30 days into office, but back out on the stump. The major turnout as he ramps up his attack on an old enemy. Plus, the new message the vice president is sending to Russia. Epic downpours, the strong, deadly storm slamming the West Coast, sinkholes, mudslides, and flooding, killing at least 4 people, and the new round of rough weather ahead. Border rush, the huge spike in undocumented immigrants heading north of the border. Tonight, our correspondent on the front lines with the families fleeing into Canada. Hunt for a killer, the intensifying manhunt tonight. A small town now on edge. Who's behind the murder of 2 teenage girls just out for a hike? Plus, lurking drones. A couple busted for allegedly using a drone to look into people's bedrooms, even their bathrooms. Tonight, how to protect yourself from these high-tech peeping Toms.
From ABC News, this is ABC World News Tonight.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday. I'm Tom Yamas, and we begin tonight with the breaking news. The president back out on the campaign trail. Air Force One, you see it there, pulling into the hangar in Melbourne, Florida, the site of previous rallies in support of candidate Trump. The president reveling in the well wishes from fans out in force to cheer him on at this unusually early 2020 campaign event. Just about 1 month into his new presidency. But tonight, he's explaining why he's out there. And you're looking at a live picture now. Well, this was earlier of Melania. There's President Trump at the podium addressing the crowds, taking new aim at the press, saying he wants to deliver his message directly. A welcome distraction from the turmoil. The president faces back at the White House on numerous fronts. ABC's Mary Bruce in Florida with the president, starting us off tonight.
Tonight, President Trump making an appearance as candidate Trump.
It's so great to be here in Florida, my second home with you.
Just 4 weeks in and with his new administration being tested, Trump is trying to change the conversation, speaking directly to the American people at his first campaign rally of the 2020 election. In Melbourne, Florida today, it's back to the future.
Proud to be an American.
It looks a lot like 2016. The only difference, that's Air Force One pulling up to the event. The same campaign songs, the same huge crowd, as Trump takes on the same target, the press.
I also want to speak to you without the filter of the fake news.
Trump's adamant his administration is off to a roaring start.
The White House is running so smoothly.
But he is facing real challenges. The FBI investigating his administration's possible ties to Russia. His national security advisor forced to resign. His travel ban sparking controversy and confusion. Across the country, Republican lawmakers are facing the backlash. At town halls, angry protesters demanding answers. From New York,
we need to get this Russian thing outside of the political arena. This is an American thing. We're the KFW.
To South Carolina.
Do you support an immediate and an independent investigation into the administration's unprecedented Russian ties?
But in Florida today,
Thank you, Donald Trump, for coming directly to the people.
a warm welcome.
All the different things he told us on the campaign trail, every day he's ticking them off, he's getting them done.
It's day 30 of the Trump administration, but it feels like the campaign out here. These people have been standing here for hours, and this line goes as far as the eye can see.
I give him about a B+.
So if you had one message for him today, it would be?
Stop arguing with people and do your job.
Stop arguing with people and do your job.
Overseas, Trump's sons in Dubai celebrating the opening of the Trump International Golf Club. Donald Jr. saying in Dubai, if you can envision it, you can build it. The Trump organization has said it won't make new foreign deals while its namesake is president, but this project was long in the works.
And Mary Bruce joins us live now from the Trump event there in Central Florida. Now, Mary, even though he was slamming the press throughout this speech, he did speak with reporters aboard Air Force One, and he explained why he wanted to hold this rally.
Yeah, Tom, and the president just wrapped up his remarks here moments ago, but when he was speaking to reporters as he arrived, they asked if it was too soon for a rally like this, and he told them life is a campaign, and making America great again is absolutely a campaign. Tom?
Mary Bruce with the president in Central Florida. Mary, thank you. Now to Chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl in Washington tonight. John, in all your years covering and studying politics, have you ever seen a president start campaigning 30 days into his first term in office? And is this more about 2017 than 2020?
I've never seen something quite this early. We've seen early campaigns, but you know, Donald Trump filed his papers to set up a re-election campaign on Inauguration Day on January 20th. But this is not so much about winning votes 4 years from now. This is really about getting the president bucked up. You know, you've been to those rallies, Tom. He loves the crowd. He feeds off their energy. This has been a tough, maybe even brutal first month of the presidency. He wants to get out and among his supporters again.
John Karl, thank you. And of course, you'll have much more on the president's tumultuous first month in office tomorrow on This Week, plus the first interview with retired Navy SEAL Robert Harward since he turned down the job to be the president's national security advisor. That's coming up tomorrow. And to the world political stage in Germany now, at the Munich Security Conference, the vice president reaffirming America's commitment to NATO as unwavering in spite of past remarks by President Trump questioning NATO as obsolete. Plus, Mr. Pence had some tough talk for Russia.
The United States will continue to hold Russia accountable, even as we search for new common ground, which, as you know, President Trump believes can be found.
Plus, the vice president echoing the president's call for NATO members to step up financially. We want to turn now to weather and that deadly storm slamming Southern California, the worst in many years. Those epic drenching rains sending this San Bernardino fire truck cascading down into a sinkhole, and in Studio City, a sinkhole swallowing this car. Intense rains causing some treacherous moments behind the wheel. Check this out in Glendale. A garage more like a waterfall than a place to park. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez with more on this monster storm.
San Bernardino firefighters escaping from their truck just in time to watch this. Their fire engine plummeting when the freeway it's parked on crumbles. The roadway eroded by intense flooding from one of the most powerful storms to hit Southern California in years.
The firefighters were here to check on the driver of that semi that plunged off the same interstate. You can see just how far both vehicles fell. But incredibly, the firefighters and the driver of that semi are all okay.
Another close call in this Los Angeles suburb. This massive sinkhole opening, swallowing this SUV. Rescuers finding the driver standing on her upside-down car, screaming for help. Then, just minutes after pulling her to safety, this.
There it goes.
I turned around for 1 second, and then the second car fell into the sinkhole.
Both drivers are okay, but in other parts of Southern California, at least 4 people were killed, including a man electrocuted by fallen power lines and a driver whose vehicle became submerged in the fast-rising floodwater.
2 vehicles in the water and subjects still in the car. You need someone with rescue rope.
Other roadways also washed away by more than 8 inches of rain in some places.
You know, I've never seen it like this around here.
The downpours creating a waterfall in this parking garage. The storm bringing wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour, uprooting trees, tearing the roof off this tractor trailer, and knocking out power to at least 76,000 customers in Los Angeles County alone.
And Marcy joins us live now at that major freeway, a connecting artery between Los Angeles and Las Vegas. Will anything be fixed in time for the Monday morning commute?
Well, that is definitely a goal. And despite all of this damage, you can see there's some traffic moving right now, but there is major repair work planned for tonight with the goal of reopening 4 out of the 5 lanes of traffic in time for the weekday commute. Tom?
The race is on. Marcy, thank you. Let's turn now to senior meteorologist Rob Marciano on that battered coast of California at Playa del Rey for us tonight. And Rob, further up the coast, they're about to get hit again?
They are, and really it's still raining lightly from this last storm, and these waves, they continue to build. Take a look. This one's going to come towards Northern California, but this current storm really is still creating problems across Las Vegas and Phoenix and into the Intermountain West. But by tomorrow, next storm begins to come in. First is light rain, then it increases, and by early Monday morning, it really took a right hook into Sacramento, into San Francisco. Heavy rain, potentially damaging winds, and some heavy snow, but rainfall over 5 inches, that is going to stretch the infrastructure there once again. Soil there, still saturated. Tom?
We'll keep an eye on that rainmaker. All right, Rob, thanks so much. And with Northern California bracing for that rain, new worries for communities near that Strain-Orville Dam. Officials say that while the dam is holding up and is structurally sound, They're urging residents to remain vigilant and prepared. Up to a half foot of rain coming days could raise lake levels significantly once again. Next to Indiana and the intensifying double homicide investigation, the FBI and local law enforcement stepping up the manhunt for the suspect behind the deaths of 2 teenage girls out on a hike northwest of Indianapolis. Bikers rallying today in the girls' hometown of Delphi in support of the search. ABC's Stephanie Ramos has the latest.
Tonight, the murders of 2 teens has the small town of Delphi, Indiana, desperate for answers.
We are a very close-knit, small community, so this hits very hard.
13-year-old Abigail Williams and 14-year-old Liberty German were dropped off for a hike on a popular nature trail last Monday. An hour later, Liberty Snapchats this photo of Abby walking across a bridge. It was the last time they were heard from. Police say their bodies were found less than a mile away in rough wooded terrain.
We're checking the cell phones, we're checking their social media places. We're looking at every possible option.
It's been nearly a week and still no suspects, but investigators want to talk to this man, seen in the area at the same time as the girls.
We have no suspects at this point in time, and we need information.
Police searching this home in Delphi Thursday night, coming up with nothing, leaving a community on edge.
I think it's terrible. It makes me sick to my stomach, going down to the bridge thinking one of my friends died down there.
Murders in Delphi are rare, let alone 2. With the assistance of the FBI, police are hoping to get answers soon. Tom?
Stephanie, thank you. Heading overseas now to a bizarre international murder mystery. Malaysian police just announcing a 4th arrest in the shocking murder of the brother of North Korea's leader. ABC's Jennifer Eccleston with the latest twist in that case.
Tonight, the mystery deepens as North Korea goes on the attack, demanding the immediate release of Kim Jong-nam's body, the older half-brother of dictator Kim Jong-un.
They are deceiving us.
The regime claiming the Malaysian government's autopsy is invalid.
There's every indication, based on North Korea's history, that this was a targeted kill.
A North Korean in custody joining 2 alleged female assassins accused of killing Kim Jong-nam in an airport. One seen in surveillance images with an LOL shirt, the other an Indonesian woman. Her family claims she thought she was part of a candid camera TV show, spraying Kim Jong-nam along with several other men in the face for laughs, unaware of any potential deadly chemicals inside. Right now, the Malaysians are refusing that demand to turn the body over as they continue to question the suspects in this bizarre case. Tom?
Jennifer Eccleston from London for us tonight. Jennifer, thank you. Moving on now to the Canadian border and the uptick in immigrants fleeing north to find a new life. Customs officials say families, some undocumented, have been sneaking across for decades, but now with heightened fears around the president's new policies, those numbers are spiking. ABC's Eva Pilgrim right there tonight with the latest.
Right now, immigrants in limbo desperately fleeing to the north. Families with small children making the trek on foot in the snow, dragging everything they own.
It's very painful.
Canadian Border Police making arrests, but assisting those who make a refugee claim.
We made it, and we're happy with that.
The number of asylum seekers illegally crossing along the Quebec border skyrocketing in January, up 230% over last year.
The system was made to handle about 15,000 claims a year. We're at 30,000 right now. Like I said, working double capacity. The system just wasn't made to handle that number of claimants.
Many making the move out of fear after recent immigration raids and continued debate over the president's executive order banning refugees from 7 majority Muslim countries.
These are campaign promises. Some people are so surprised that we're having strong borders. Well, that's what I've been talking about for a year and a half, strong borders.
Canada allowed nearly 40,000 Syrian refugees into their country in the past year. In a joint news conference with Trump, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said the policy will remain.
We continue to pursue our policies of openness towards immigration and refugees without compromising security.
So far this weekend, immigration lawyers telling us that there's been a steady stream of people crossing the border here illegally. They say it doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. Tom?
Eva Pilgrim on the U.S.-Canada border. Eva, thank you. The woman at the center of the battle that legalized abortion has died. Norma McCorvey used the name Jane Roe in her landmark court fight. Her case eventually landing in the U.S. Supreme Court, which handed down its historic Roe v. Wade decision in 1973. She joined the anti-abortion movement later in her life. McCorvey died of heart trouble at an assisted living center in Texas this morning. She was 69 years old. There's still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Saturday. Flames shooting out of a mansion with a family inside. How they escaped. And they thought they were secure in their own house. They didn't count on a drone acting as a peeping Tom, violating their privacy. The growing problem and their story coming up. Plus, a fiery crash, life-saving actions, the story of two men ahead.
This is ABC World News Tonight, brought to you by Mattress Firm.
Come to Mattress Firm's President's Day sale and save up to $500 store-wide on all the best brands. Right now, get queen sets for as low as $179.99. Plus, for a limited time, save up